Good afternoon. My name is Gabrielle Argentin, and I'm here today to speak about pet adoption versus buying. So, I would like to start off introducing a scenario. So, imagine walking into an animal shelter where dozens of eyes are looking up at you full of hope. Each animal has a story. Some were abandoned, others were rescued from harsh conditions, but all are waiting for a second chance. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the ethical, environmental, and societal benefits from adopting a pet rather than buying them. By choosing adoption, we actually address overpopulation, reduce animal suffering, and promote responsible pet ownership. This topic is important to me because I have always loved animals and I believe in treating them with kindness and respect. When I first learned about the staggering number of animals in shelters, I was actually really shocked. According to the research from ASPCA, approximately 6.3 million companion animals enter the U.S. animal shelters every year. Sadly, most of them actually never find home. This is actually very personal to me because I have seen firsthand how adoption changes lives both for pets and for owners. And I would like to quickly introduce my roommate with her pet Rex. He is actually adopted, so they're both joining us today. And to continue, my research began. To understand this topic better, I started by looking at research studies and expert opinions on pet adoption. I explored reports on pet overpopulation, ethical concerns, and the breeding industry and the benefits of adoption. One study that actually stood out to me was conducted by Faunalytics in 2015, which examined attitudes and perceptions regarding pet adoption. This research found that misinformation and lack of awareness prevent many people from adopting, even though adoption is a highly effective way to reduce shelter overcrowding. So the key findings were I'm going to first begin by addressing overpopulation. Every year, millions of animals are actually euthanized due to overcrowded shelters. So by adopting, we can actually help reduce the number of homeless pets and decrease the demand of mass breeding operations. Secondly, we reduce animal suffering because many commercial breeders and pet stores actually contribute to unethical breeding practices, often keeping animals in poor conditions. And then, thirdly, we get to support ethical pet ownership. Adopting actually promotes responsible pet care by ensuring animals are actually vaccinated, spayed, and neutered, and properly cared for before leaving and placed in a home. So, looking forward, while adoption is a great solution, there are still many questions we get to explore. How can we increase public awareness about the importance of adopting? What policies could further regulate breeding industries? And how can we make adoption more accessible to people looking for pets? These are all important areas to further research and discuss. My conclusion is that by choosing adoption over purchasing a pet is a small and yet powerful decision that can help reduce suffering and create a more compassionate society. If we all actually take the time to educate ourselves and spread awareness, we make a lasting impact on the lives of countless animals and owners. So now I'd like to hear your thoughts. Does anyone have any questions for me?
So I have a question. I would like to know how you can promote adoptions, like people to adopt instead of buying pets.
Okay, that's a great question. So, one way is by actually spreading awareness about the benefits of adoption through social media and community events. So, like everybody has social media, it's very easy to access. And then another is by supporting shelters and volunteering and donating, which helps improve the adoption process. And finally, educating people on the issues of pet overpopulation and unethical breeding practices can encourage more responsible choices. So, thank you all so much for joining this speech.